If you feel like you're a late bloomer, you're not alone. I have been feeling this way for a long time. I just only recently have put this word to it. If you feel the same way that I do and you resonate with this feeling, you understand what I mean when I say, like, for most of your life, you feel like a lot of people have just been blooming into the person they're supposed to be, and you're just stuck there watching. For context, I'm in my early to mid-20s and I have a full-time job and I graduated from college like a year and a half ago. And while I'm super proud of myself of the accomplishments that I've done thus far, I feel like there's so many things that I am still learning that I feel like a lot of the people around me had already figured out a long time ago. And no one's really talking about this. No one's talking about like this raw exploration, like this childlike exploration that you have even as an adult if you didn't figure out these things earlier. I'm especially speaking to like my young Gen Z women or Gen Z or millennial women who are in their early 20s or late 20s or even beyond that. Just anyone who is close to me in age or older who resonates with what I'm saying. And I know there's a lot of women, the girlies and the gays out there who understand what I mean. And even a lot of the things that I do have down or figured out today, these are things that I only learned how to do like 2 or 3 years ago. Like, I look slightly presentable, I think. I did not care about fashion until like a year ago, 2 years ago. I literally bought this shirt last week. I actually wrote down a list of things, phrases that I feel like a lot of people could relate to. Let me know if y'all resonate with anything that I say. Put in my stuffed animal here, I don't know, for comfort, for vibes. I want this to be a conversation with whoever I reach that feels like they can relate to what I'm saying. I want to find and reach the people that feel the same way as me. I'm gonna talk about that more at the end, but number one, you feel like the side character in your own life, or you felt like the side character in your own life. What I mean by this is you're just watching so many other people around you who have like this main character energy. They just resonate like confidence. They resonate like, I got this, I know what I'm doing. Like, maybe yes, they were figuring out things along the way, but they just seemed so confident in their path and in their journey to figuring out who they were. This was especially something I felt in high school, but recently I've been thinking about it a little bit again. But growing up, this was mainly a feeling that I held and that I had. And you just feel like you're observing other people become who they're supposed to be while you're just sitting there like an NPC. Number two, you're not like other girls, but you want to be. I know I'm not the only one who's experienced this, and you probably have too, maybe, but as a woman in my early 20s, I grew up during I went to high school during the era that I like to call the best dress era of YouTube. This was like the girl who was super fashionable and everyone was just drawn to and loved, had an amazing sense of fashion, had an amazing just like aura. I hate to say that word as the Gen Alphas have now claimed it. So this aura about them that just radiated, again, this main character energy, while at the same time being like quirky and funny and lovable. And I was someone who loved Best Dress, right? I literally owned some of her like jewelry collection that she dropped back in the day. But like, the version of me back then did not think I could be that girl. On top of the myriad of financial barriers that prevented me from, you know, exploring my sense of fashion truly. And I'm sure some people relate to that. Or maybe you were in an environment that was more conservative when it came to fashion or makeup or jewelry. Anything that allowed you to just express yourself further, and you just felt like as a kid you never got those opportunities while everyone else around you was like becoming this true main character version of themselves. I know the whole like I'm not other girls is like associated with being like a pick me, but I think there's this other side of it where it's like I feel like I'm not like the other girls around me, but I really want to be like them. And that is something that I realized I had been carrying into my adulthood for a long time. And again, I want to talk about more about myself and the community I want to create on here later. Right now, I just want to be talking to you and about you. Next, you feel slow or stupid because you don't know things that a lot of other people figured out when they were younger. Oh my God. Or even embarrassed because you don't know a lot of things that other people figured out when they were younger. I've been seeing this more lately, but I've been seeing a couple videos popping up of people posting on like TikTok saying, learning to do makeup in my 20s. And they become super, super frustrated. They're following some beginner makeup tutorial on YouTube. How many of us, raise your hands, how many of us do not know how to do makeup? And I'm not even talking about like, oh, I feel like I'm bad at makeup. No, we have not even or barely put makeup on our faces, barely even own any makeup at all in your 20s at 18 or 19 years old. Like, I know there's more of us out there and we want to be one of the makeup girlies, but for me, I didn't start doing makeup until I was 20 years old. This is me attempting to do makeup. It looks bad, but then this is me now. And that's one of those things I was kind of hinting about earlier, where I have only started learning these things like in the past 2 or 3 years. But where is the people that are explaining that? Where are the people that are normalizing that process? So many of the girls around me when I was growing up, they got to experience this like 2016 makeup era. Have you guys ever heard people say that? Like, I missed the 2016 makeup era, the full glam makeup era. I wasn't wearing makeup in 2016. I wasn't a part of the 2016 makeup. They were barely even selling my foundation shade in the store in 2016. And it's not just makeup, there's so many other things. Fashion, skincare, your daily routine, just some sort of hobby or like attribute about you that like people expect you to have at least something when you're growing up. What if you have nothing? What if you're just like, I don't know, you have executive dysfunction brain and can't like become good at one hobby because you get really frustrated really easily and you just have never developed it to your fullest potential. So again, like feeling slow, stupid, embarrassed. Next is you feel like there is pressure from others to figure things out or like kind of get your stuff together. Example, how many times have y'all been asked, do you have a boyfriend yet? Do you have a girlfriend yet? Do you have a partner yet? Where's the boyfriend? So I guess I'm never getting grandkids. I guess I'm never gonna meet your partner. I guess I'm never gonna attend your wedding. Shh! I guess you're never gonna learn how to mind your business. Shush! For the chronically single ladies out there, the chronically single girlies, gays out there, I'm here with you, and especially this expectation of having it figured out by now is what's the most stressful. And not even just like relationships, but like careers. When are you going to grad school? When are you going to law school? When are you going to this? Did you do this yet? Did you? Stop it. You feel like you are watching other people make strides faster than you. And that kind of ties into the whole like high school thing and even college. I went to UC Berkeley. Oh, love my alma mater, but the people there are intense and it really makes you feel like you are falling behind because everyone around you is like working at a Fortune 500 company, making like 6 figures beyond, traveling the world. And I only went on a plane for the first time a year ago. Like everyone else is like becoming world-class travelers and here I am like barely stepping foot through TSA. And I can't. It's frustrating. It's a frustrating feeling. And all of this to say, if you resonated with anything I just said, you are not alone. I'm feeling this way and I bet your booty there is other people out there that feel this way. And this might be really embarrassing and I'm making this video and 5 people are gonna see it and then no one comments and then people clown me in the comment section, but I don't care. I wanna make this video because I wanna reach people that feel the same way as me and are going through this like adulting thing at the same time as me and just feel like we have sucked or have never like figured stuff out for so long. And we live in this era of like people who seem to have the most perfect lives at 17 years old, these influencers or people on social media who have beautiful skin, beautiful fashion, like they're about to put down a mortgage on their home, like, and I am here existing. And I am so proud of myself for everything that I've achieved so far. And I hope that you are proud of yourself for everything you have achieved thus far. Even if it seems like literally nothing, and even if it seems like compared to other people, like you're not achieving much. There is something that you have done. I know there's something that you have done, even if it's the littlest thing. I know there's something that you have done that you should be proud of yourself for. The other part of this though is social media is also starting to normalize people who are like in a slump and like the slump lifestyle. And that's also not what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about people who are like bed rotting, 24 hours a day, every single day. That is also not healthy. That is depression, and I really hope that you get the help that you need for that. Hey, this is me editing this video literally right now, LOL. I feel like it seems like I'm excluding those people from my content. That's not what I'm doing at all. It is completely okay to resonate with everything I just said if you are someone who finds themselves bed rotting every single day. What I'm talking about are people who come online and normalize that behavior and don't intend to ever get out of that behavior. Like, personally, I just don't think that's a particularly healthy lifestyle. And if you think that that's normal, if you think that that is like the way you want to spend the rest of your life, then that's you, boo. But like, I am talking to people who maybe that is you. Maybe you are bed rotting every single day, but you want to get out of that slump. You want to start, you know, doing something more with your life, actually having hobbies, actually having a routine. Like, so if that is you, I just want to make it clear, I'm not saying that my content is not for you. Everyone is welcome here. Anyone who resonates with what I'm talking about is welcome here, but let's not normalize that behavior. That's all I'm trying to say. I am talking to the people who have felt like they have been falling behind their whole life. And at this moment in time, they want to do something about it. They want to learn, they want to grow, they want to become the best version of themselves, bloom into the person that they are supposed to be. But you just feel like that process is not normalized as an adult. Again, people are looking at you funny. They're expecting you to have figured out so much already. And I say that is dumb. That is stupid. Because if there are so many of us out there who haven't figured it out, why are we treating this process as something that's shameful or embarrassing? It's okay to figure out these things as an adult. I still have so much I'm figuring out. I don't have a structured daily routine that is healthy for me, that is normal for me, that brings out the fullest and best version of myself yet. But I'm working on it, and that is a beautiful thing. We are so obsessed with idolizing people with seemingly perfect lives that we don't normalize the process of becoming that perfect version of yourself, which that in itself, you're never gonna be perfect, but we can become the best version of ourselves. And that age, that number, that point that you finally start to realize that you are becoming the best version of yourselves shouldn't matter. We should just be celebrating the fact that we want to grow, that we are growing, that we are a living, breathing version of a work in progress. All of that to say, I, as I said, have always felt like this NPC in my life, this person that's watching everyone around me become the main character. And I have never seen myself as a main character. I've never seen myself as like an it girl, as someone whose lifestyle or daily life or day-to-day like process of living and being is something that people would actually watch and be interested in. But I realized that, but I also wasn't satisfied with the community I was building before. I sincerely appreciate everyone who subscribed to me, followed me, and just has watched my content for the past year and a half that I've been a more consistent content creator on both TikTok and YouTube. But I realized there was something missing. I was making content that I felt like I had to make because I could never be one of those creators that, you know, makes like, again, it girl content or makes lifestyle content. Like those are for those girls who actually have their stuff figured out. Me, all I'm good for is talking about movies and animation or making video essays and like just yapping. And I'm still gonna yap. So if you think I'm not gonna yap anymore, don't worry. I just yapped this entire video. But I know that I am going to be making the content that I feel like I'm meant to make because I literally don't care if this video gets like 10 views and 2 people comment. If 2 people comment on this video telling me that they resonate with this, that they resonate with what I'm saying, with the statements I was saying, that means I've been successful. To me, that is success because I want to represent the people who are figuring it out now, the people who are late bloomers, the people who don't know how to do makeup, just figuring out a skincare routine, just figuring out a regular routine, have never been in a relationship, are becoming good at something in their adulthood, figuring out what hobbies you actually enjoy. And I know a lot of us were probably the weird kids, so talking about weird things and normalizing those things and building a community of people where I can make it known and Tell the world that it's okay to be figuring things out. It's okay to like certain things. It's okay to be learning things later in life. So all that being said, hello, welcome to my channel. I'm creating a community of late bloomers, and if you are subscribed, you can become a part of my bloomies as we are figuring out this shit later in life. Because we are living and breathing works in progress, and that is okay. So thank you so much for watching this first video of mine. Please let me know if you resonated with anything in this video. And even if you don't become a part of my community, I just hope you understand that you are not alone. And I just hope that this video was safe for you, helped you feel seen, and made you realize that it's okay to grow later. And there is no timeline, there is no deadline to becoming the version of yourself that you've always wanted to be. Thank you for watching, and I will see y'all in future videos. And if you do look at my older videos again, they're gonna be like about movies and stuff. So if you wanna watch that, feel free, but like, it's not what I'm gonna be making going forward. Maybe a little bit. This is more the vibe, the content I will be making going forward, and I look forward to it so much. Goodbye, y'all. I will see you on the next one.